Good morning, everybody. Happy asynchronous Wednesday. And what's the joke that follows that all the time? You can't be happy. You guys are missing your teachers, right? All right, why don't we copy this down? Let's get this warm up out of the way. Zoom in so you get the top part first. Okay, that's the diamonds, the square roots, the integers, and the kin. Okay. Now, let's zoom in and get this big word problem along with a couple of problems at the bottom that you need to just substitute, right? All right, that big word problem, it says that there's a rectangular prism. Isn't that a pretty picture? Okay, and it's 3 blocks wide. 1, 2, 3. It's 8 blocks long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's 3 blocks tall. And the first question is, how many blocks did it take to build that? Okay, that's what's known as volume in geometry. And then the next question is, pretend like you're going to cover this thing with square stickers. Now the square is exactly the same size as the side of one of these little blocks. Okay, so you could see I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right there. And how about this? Right, you got to cover the whole thing with square stickers. How many stickers do you need? Okay, the last couple questions is, what is 3x parentheses 5y minus 4 and 7y squared plus 28y if x equals 3 and y equals 1? Okay, you're going to figure those two things out. So go ahead and copy it. Okay, now let's fill in these answers. First off, I got these 2 diamonds. First diamond says 56 and 15. The second diamond says 54 and 15. What 2 numbers have a product of 56 but a sum of 15? That's going to be 7 and 8. How about 54 is the product and 15 again is the sum? That's going to be 6 times 9. Okay. Now, how do I start this kin? I love when I see that 3 times. That's going to be 1 times 3 or 3 times 1. I don't know which one, but I know that there's no 2 there. I need a 2 in that row. Okay. Now I get to here. This could be a 3 or a 1. So that's not really helping me much, is it? When I get to this, it's a pretty big number, 8. When I add, to get 8, when I add, I have to have 3 plus 3 plus 2. Right? I can't have 2 3s in the same column or same row, so I have to split those up. Okay, so that 2 is going to go here. And once I get that, the dominoes start falling, right? All right, can I have a 3 here? No, I already have 1 here and 1 there. This has to be a 1. What has to go in this top center? Well, I have a 2 and a 3 already in the center column, so I have to have a 1 up there. And 3 times 1, right? Now here I have a 1 and a 3, but I don't have a 2, so I'm going to put a 2 there. And I have a 2 and a 3, but I don't have a 1. And let's just double check. Is 2 minus 1, 1? Yeah. Is 3 plus 2 plus 3, 8? Yeah. Is 2 minus 1, 1? And is 3 times 1, 3? Everything works, right? Okay. Square roots. What is the square root of 25 over 64? Well, the square root of 25 is 5. The square root of 64 is 8. So the square root of 25 over 64 is 5/8. How about 36 over 49? That's going to be 6/7. And 16 over 81. Don't put an 8 there. It's 4 on top over 9. Okay. Adding integers. I owe $12, but I have 8, not negative 20. I'm not going to owe 20 when I get done here. I'm going to pay that 8 that I have. It's a positive. And now I only owe 4. Now here I owe 12 and I go spend 8. And remember what I always say, all my former students say, tell them to add the opposite. Instead of subtracting, turn them all into adding the opposite. So instead of minus 8, I'm going to go plus negative 8. Negative 12 plus negative 8, I owe 12, plus I owe 8, I owe 20. Okay, negative 12 minus negative 3, instead of Subtracting a negative, I'm going to add a positive. I owe 12, but I have 3. I'm going to pay the 3, and now I'm going to owe 9. And I owe 12, plus I owe 3. Total, I owe 15. Okay? All right, rectangular prism. Here's the way I look at it. Okay? When you have a 3-dimensional object, 3D, right? It has a length, it has a width, it has a height. If the sides are straight up and down, right angles, then you can get the area of the top and multiply it by how tall it is. Now the area of this top is 3 times 8. So just to get that top layer, I need 24 of these blocks. But I have this 1, 2, 3 layers. So I got to go 3 times 24, and I get 72 blocks. Okay. Okay. Now, if this was a normal problem, they wouldn't be talking about blocks. They'd say, what is the volume of this? I know you think volume, that's when you turn it up, right? The volume of this shape, you're talking about how much space it takes up. Okay. And the volume is the area of the top times how tall it is. Okay. So that's going to be 72 units cubed, right? Remember, cubed is 3D, 3D, 3 dimensions. Okay. Now, if this was turned up, I always say this is how they build the buildings in California. But if you're in New York, they build them like that, straight up and down almost, right? So this was in New York, the top would be 3 times 3 is 9 units, and it would be 8 stories tall. What's 8 times 9? That's also 72. Okay? So the same idea. How many cubic units? That's volume. How much space does it take up? 3 dimensions, right? How much water would it take to fill it? Okay, now we're talking about how many stickers would it take to cover it? Okay, and this is a tough question. This is called, that was volume. This question is really what they call surface area. Okay, and you know how to get the area. That word face is something you want to learn. Okay, the face of an object is a flat 2-dimensional area that you can get an area of, and it's called a face. This cool little Rubik's Cube thing has a lot of faces. That green right there is one face, right? Here's another face here. Here's another face here. Here's another face here. Here's another face here, right? So right now, I just talked about this top face, and then there's 5 more faces here. And then there's going to be 5 more here, and then another one. There's a total of 12 faces there. But this is just a rectangular prism. A rectangular prism has a top, a bottom, a right side, a left side, a front side, and a back. Okay, that front side's the easiest. Okay, there is 3 times 3, 9 stickers to cover that. Now that back's going to be the same, right? Back and front, 9 each, so 18. Now this top is going to be 3 times 8. I'm going to need 24. And guess what? The bottom is the same. So the top and bottom is going to be 24 plus 24. This right side is going to be 3 tall by 8. So that's 24. And the left side will be the same. So I have 18 and 4 24s. Right? 4 24s is almost 4 25s, right? 4 times 24 is 96 plus 18. So the surface area of this is what they call 114 square stickers, right? Square units, and we're going to call it stickers because that was the question. How many stickers would it take? Okay, but that's called surface area. And you got to get on a rectangular prism, right? you have to get the back and the front, the top and the bottom, the right and the left. There's 6 sides, 6 faces to a rectangular prism. All right. So, kind of cool. We'll be doing some of those next week. So we're going to plant that seed for you guys here. Okay. On to this one. What is 3x times 5y minus 4 if x equals 3? So that's not 333, it's 3 times 3. And that's not 551, that's 5 times 1. Okay, so 3 times 3 is 9. If I continue on the parentheses, I have 5 times 1 is 5, minus 4 is 1. What is 9 times 1? That's not that hard, is it? Okay, how about 7y squared? Again, what we do, we call it substitute. 7 times 1 to the second power plus 28y. 28 times 1. 1 to the second power is not 2, it's 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So I have 7 plus 28 times 1 is 28. And that is Kevin Durant's old number, right? 35. Okay. All right. Hope all of this made sense. I hope you have as best of a day as you can as you miss your teachers on Teacher Appreciation Week. Don't give me cookies. Don't give me flowers. Give me your homework. That's what I want for Teacher Appreciation Week. All right. All right, you guys. Have a good one.